Good morning. Welcome to another weekly vlog. You all seem to really like the last one, so welcome back to Monday morning. A very nice Monday morning actually. The weather's horrendous, but I have managed to have a lie-in, which never happens. When I say lie-in, I stayed in bed till 8:30, which is by my definition a lie-in because normally I'm up at 6. So that was lovely. And today we don't have too much of a really strict sort of diary scheduling. I have things I've got to do, but not in any particular order. And I'm trying to do this for myself every Monday because I find Mondays very, very stressful. Normally I've had a very busy weekend. Normally I've been out with the horses all weekend. Or normally I've worked the weekend, so then Mondays are almost like a little bit of a reset day for me for work, and yeah, so normally I don't ride on, how many times am I going to say normally in a sentence? Usually I don't ride on a Monday because I'll always have ridden the horses over the weekend, but today they are being ridden because yesterday Storm Ewan paid us a second visit. So they didn't get ridden yesterday, so they are going to do some pole work today. And sort of at the start of each week, I want to tell you guys what we're aiming for this week. So each week, the horse's routine or everything's set up in a specific way to get a goal. This week's goal, get Ginny ready for her first competition, arena eventing, get Percy ridden more often. So they're my goals for the week. And when we go through my weekly plan, when I do the whiteboard later, you will see what we're doing to achieve that. But for now, I don't actually need to be at the yard yet, but I do need to run some errands. So I need to go and buy Percy a stable rug because Ginny's stolen his. And what else do I need? So basically I need to go to the shop. Good morning, Ted. Good morning. Good morning. Need to go to the horse shop. There's something else I wanted to do. Oh, I need to get fuel. I don't have any fuel in my car. Oh, I hate putting fuel in. Right, let's go. So, in the car, but I forgot to say when we were in the house that if you're thinking, Georgia, your face looks especially fat this morning, I've had some sort of allergic reaction and I don't know why or how. My face is really like swollen and blotchy and horrible, and it can't be my skincare because it's the same skincare I've done for about 2 years now. But yeah, I woke up and my eyes were all puffy, my face was all like, so apologies. Also, wearing a headband constantly in winter as I do does not help the round face issue, but yeah, we're extra puffy today, guys. Ah, that's drive, not reverse. Okay, I'm going. See you soon.
So I headed to Torn Valley, which I'm not going to lie, it's more of a like country gardening store than an actual equestrian store. It's possibly the worst equestrian store in the area, but it's also the closest. So I thought I would just chance finding a rug here. I did have a little bit of a wander around, realised I needed absolutely nothing apart from a rug, and then went back to the rugs. So I'm looking for a 6'3" 100-gram stable rug for Percy, and they did not have a singular rug in 6'3", like not a one. So no matter what I wanted, I wasn't going to find it, which was very frustrating. They literally had the worst collection of rugs ever. There just wasn't any choice and there wasn't any sizes, so that was a little bit disappointing.
So shopping didn't go well, but I'm round at the stables now and I've just set out my pole work exercise. Hopefully it's not too windy and I can explain. So we'll keep it very, very simple today because Gin finds poles very, very exciting. So I'm now going to incorporate at least once a week a pole work exercise so that she doesn't find it too exciting, and basically because it's really good for building up their strength. So Percy and Gin are going to do the same exercise, hence why it's so simple. Percy won't be doing canter in his because he's only just come back into work, and he will be doing it for a lot less time. But anyway, these are my exercises. So first up we have our walk poles, literally just 4 walk poles focusing on getting them over them, getting them used to the poles, a bit of straightness. Over here we have a single pole. Now this is going to be Ginny's canter pole, although Percy can walk or trot over this. I like single poles. Single poles are really, really handy for if you want to practice seeing a stride. So yeah, I love a single pole. And then, so this is the main exercise today. Again, very boring, but we've got some straight cones. So this is in line with those, and the idea is to work on straightness. So you come through your cones, you do your trot strides over here, and then you come through the cones again. The reason that this is really good for Gin is because she likes to rush poles. She likes to rush and she likes to go left. So this was working on straightness, it's working on being really disciplined in what we're doing. And yeah, so eventually what I want to do is get Gin walking over those, pick up canter in that corner, canter over the pole, go down to trot a nice line here. And that is a really nice exercise for her to introduce transitions, introduce different ways of going, introduce, you know, all three. Walk, trot, canter. Pig will literally walk up and down those a few times, walk up and down these a few times for his stifle work, and to get him used to being back in the school. But that is my very simple exercise. Because I don't have the mics, I'm not showing you how I've set it up, but walk poles, 3 of my feet. I'm a size 5. I normally do them in wellies, so these are quite big wellies. And then trot poles, 4 of my feet in between a pole. But yeah, all set up, go get the horses in. Oh goodness gracious me, it's all just so very exciting. So Pig has not been schooled for 3 months, and we're schooling in rather windy conditions. Oh, we're going to get like a steam train today, are we? Oh, is it? Did that cone offend you? Are we very, very offended? Normally I would start by working long and low. There's apparently not an option today. Percy Piglet, you've been out of work for months. Don't you dare. Yes. Wild child. You're only doing 5 minutes of trot work out hacking, and yet you've come in here like a bulldozer. So I'm going to have to trot you. Can we not run away from ourselves? Thank you. That's it. Nice trots. Good boy. Oh, I know, I am going to get blown away in a minute. You're only doing like 15 minutes of work, Pig. Oh, just walk. This is why the ears are on. I feel like I'm sat on the world's fastest Shetland pony, because I'm so not used to this tiny little pony in front of me. Oh, shall we try some walking poles? Because I know how much you love poles. Says I hate them. I hate them, mummy. Good boy. I know, you're a very good boy. You are. Yes, let's use our seat and plug in and go, ooh, we're in between our hand and leg. Oh, he says, no, we're not. He says, no, we're not. You can walk over some poles, you're fine. Good boy. Good boy, Pig. Good. Good boy. Was that the scariest thing you've ever done in your life? Was it? Yes. He says, oh my goodness. And you're making me do it on my least favourite rein. Oh. Yeah, we're not doing the trot ones yet. We'll stick with walk for a little while longer. Good boy. Oh, we slowed down even more that time. Fantastic. Right. Let's use this pole to go around and bend around. And bend. Do we remember what a bend is? Do we have a bend? Can we use our rib cage at all without getting faster? Oh my, I'm all twisted. Hold on. Got distracted because the rein was twisted. A million miles an hour. Good boy. Good boy. That's why poles are really handy actually, because they slow them down. Good boy, pig. Can we cope with that, do you think? Can we cope with going through the cones? Oh, you're clever, pig. Oh, you're a clever boy. Good boy. Good lad. And then we do the singular that we're not going to, yes, we are going to jump it. And then we're going to walk without having a tantrum. Good. Good pig. Good boy. Good. Oh, we didn't even stop then. That was so nice, Percy. Right, trot this one. We're not going to jump it. We're just going to, good boy. Good lad. And think about our bend. And keeping the trot, keeping the suppleness between our legs. Good boy. Good boy, pig. And then we'll do a nice transition to walk. We're still trotting, walking. Good boy. Oh, you are a perfect pig. You are. You are just so clever. Good boy. Oh, I'm sure you'll cope, Luz. Oh, I feel like a jockey. I love Previns, but Jesus, adjusting them is not the one. What's our girth doing?
So I won't bore you with our warm-up and all of that jazz, because basically these weekly vlogs do get quite long and there's a lot to fit in this week. So these are the highlights of Ginny's pole work session. She was very well behaved. As I mentioned before, Ginny can find poles very exciting because she thinks, oh, it's a pole, therefore I must be jumping, and then gets very frustrated when she doesn't start jumping. So the aim today was just to get her to calmly do the poles. And it's all about building a bit of confidence up for her as well with pole work, because I do think she struggles with it. You'll see in an upcoming video, I actually got an amazing opportunity to go and ride with an incredible 5-star event rider, and Jin had a little bit of a meltdown over some poles. So this is why I'm being really disciplined with myself and making sure that she does pole work at least once a week at the moment.
And then you got to come back to walk for these. Says, oh my goodness, this is making my brain work, mummy. Come on. Come on. Good girl. And it's all about repetition, suppleness, straight lines. And we get upset when we think we can't do it, don't we? You can do it, and you are going to do it. We're not going to rush. Hold your hand. And just go steady. 1, 2, 3, 4. Good girl. Not allowed to rush. Good girl. Not allowed to rush. Good girl. Gets this final pole and then just kind of, good girl. That was better. Yeah, we don't need a long rein to do everything. We don't. We can just go over it nicely. We don't need to be tunnelled into everything. Good girl, Jen. Good girl. So guys, I'm now back from riding. I've actually got to go back to fetching, and I may have forgotten I was fetching in today. So I didn't really plan on being back and forth so much today, which is annoying because I've got quite a bit of work that I want to get done. But come back for some lunch and I'm going to walk Ted, and then I'm going to pop to the equestrian shop that's near home. Chris has kindly made me my lunch. And then I'm going to spend the rest of the day getting some work done, so it might not be the most entertaining. So we might just leave today here. But tomorrow is very, very exciting because we're going to my favourite arena eventing place, Richmond Equestrian, and we're taking Ginny. So yeah, I'll see you tomorrow.
So, welcome to Richmond Equestrian Centre in the rain. If we thought yesterday 40-mile-an-hour winds was bad, then we got here and it took me an hour to drive here and it was chucking it down, and I was warming up and I dropped the mic. So that was a fantastic start, and maybe this was just a bit of foreboding for what was about to come. So this is our first arena hire for a little while. I've been going out and taking Ginny to jump lessons because I felt I needed the extra instruction to begin with, because she's been very forward, very quick, a little bit too enthusiastic to jump recently. So we've been getting to grips with that, and because we felt like the last few training sessions have gone well, we thought we'll bring her out because at the weekend we are doing our very first competition, which is arena eventing, and where better to come than Richmond because they have a fantastic course here.
Good girl. Good girl. I'll put you on a slightly dodgy line. I apologise. Good girl. Right. Let's just jump some stuff, shall we? Okay. Gonna do that little roll top round to these logs, round to this boat. Good girl. Where's my line? Might have if I knew where I was riding to. Good girl. Good girl, Jean. Steady. Ooh. Good girl.
So Ginny started jumping beautifully. This is the calmest she has ever come in and just started popping a few jumps. As you can see, she loves to lengthen her stride after a jump, but she was controllable. I could get her round to the next jump, which is all what today is about, piecing the jumps together. I will apologise now. There was so much rain that the camera kept getting wet and it kept fogging up, so it will get a little bit cloudy at parts. I really do apologise. Jade wiped it as much as she possibly could, but yeah, you're just going to have to bear with us. Unfortunately, the weather was not on our side today. So a really good start, and actually I love the approach on this fence. You can really see she's sat up, she's thinking about it. She's still lengthening a little bit after the jumps, and this is what we found with the polo jump. So she came round to the polos, jumped this, and then her stride length, she already has quite a big stride, but then she really elongated this step, unbalanced me, and I was a bit unsure. So she actually, I don't even know how I fell off here, to be honest, because she did nothing wrong. Percy has run out at fences. She wasn't even running out. She was just unsure of what I was asking her. So it was a pathetic fall. And when we did the line back, she thought I was asking her to jump the hedge after the step. So that was why she really backed off and went sideways, because it's, a 7-foot hedge. So yeah, because it's such a tight turn after the step, I genuinely think she thought that I was asking her to jump the giant hedge, which, to be fair, she's from Ireland. She's probably been asked that before. So anyway, first fall out of the way, and what do you do as soon as you get back on your horse? You aim for the meter fence, because why not? I knew she was going to probably take off after that, because sometimes when you put her at a bigger fence, she's a bit like, oh, hey, and she was. But I just kind of felt like, let's just go jump something big, take our mind off the silly step, give me a bit of confidence boost, and her one, because she loves it whenever I put her anything of a decent height. So that's what we did, and then we revisited the step in walk.
Good girl. Oh, you're fine. Just going up. Good girl. Good girl. Walk up the big one. Good girl. Good girl. Good girl. Good girl. Good girl.
So we actually finished the session trying to get some pictures of the jumps because I have no pictures of me jumping Jen. So you did sadly miss out on a couple of videos of some jumps, but it was worth it.
Right, so I'm really happy with that actually. We've had his first fall, we've got it out the way. The first one's always the worst one. We've discovered Gin does exactly what all my others do and gallop off straight to the box. So parked near the class on event they did. But yeah, I'm really happy with her. She's just jumped this. She's just jumped some of the bigger ones really nicely. Couldn't really ask much more of her. She's got a bit upset obviously after I fell off, and then they started shooting over there and she got really fiery at that. But she came back and we finished on a high. I'm not going to jump that again. I want to do it for the camera, but I'm not going to because I don't want to push her. We've got photo evidence of it, so we'll leave it at that because I'm the worst for going, I'll just jump that, I'll just jump that, I'll just jump that, and doing a little bit extra every time. I know she does. Come on, Carrot. You want it? Oh. Good morning guys, welcome to Wednesday. So today, as you guys know, it is Water Treadmill Wednesday. So taking both of the horses soon up to Bishop Burton for their water treadmill sessions. I'm just in the house at the moment because we're going half an hour later today, which it's a bit annoying because we've got into a nice routine now, but we need to go half an hour later because someone stole my slot. So yeah, a little bit later today, but that's what we're up to today. I'm very, very tired. Everyone has got flu. Chris has got it, Dad's got it. So I'm just really, really hoping I don't get it because I'm competing on Saturday and I'll be very, very annoyed if I suddenly get ill just before. No teddy bears here because I'm going to be doing my tax return with Dad later. Exciting. So I'll be here for quite a lot of the day, so I've brought Ted. But yeah, let's get going towards treadmill.
Do you ever get the feeling that this week is just not your week? So I got in the box and the anti-brake locking system light was flashing at me, which is never good. So we definitely can't take two horses to the water treadmill today with a box with possibly dodgy brakes. So she is going straight into the garage to be checked to see what is going on with her.
So this morning didn't quite go to plan. As you saw, the box brake system light came on. I think it's a fantastic box and she is brilliant, but I think because I do so many miles, we might actually need to start thinking about buying a newer one. Because every now and again just little things go, and I think it's just the fact that it is an older box, that if someone was using in moderation, she's fine, but I do worry with the amount that I do. So she's gone in to see, we think it might just be the fact that she needs more brake fluid. But I've just got home and I've got some exciting parcels, so I'm going to open those. So I've got my Glaze & Gordon and my Black Heart. So I bought both of these. So these are my Pravins stirrups. Now this is my third pair, and I put on my story that I always thought, when I first bought a pair of Pravins stirrup leathers, I was like, why am I spending £150 on some stirrup leathers? Like, it just seems like a ridiculous amount of money to spend, but they are brilliant. They really, really help with stabilising my lower leg. So I've got another pair in black. I've got them in black and brown so far. There's a pair on Snip's brown saddle, which sadly don't get used now. There's a pair on Percy jump saddle, and these are going to go on Ginny's jump saddle. So that is my Pravins for Gin. I really want to get some dressage ones as well, but at the moment I don't need the dressage ones. And then this, I really wanted the other day some nice loungewear, and so I had had a look online, and I was going to buy some from Machara, I don't know how you say it, but they didn't have anything in stock in my size, so that was really annoying. So I went on Blackheart instead, because they have one of their hoodies and they're really nice. So I've gone for this new, it's called Timeless Hoodie, and the straight leg sweatpants in the new colour Storm. So might try these on actually. So yeah, little loungewear set. So here we go. This is what they look like on. I'm kind of wish I'd ordered an extra small in the hoodie. Didn't realise I was zoomed in. Kind of wish, yeah, that I'd ordered an extra small in the hoodie, because it's a bit massive. And I always like tuck my hoodies up anyway, but I don't know. I don't know whether it's too big. The trousers are fine. They're like straight sweatpants. I think because I'm such a small person, like I'm a really petite person, that whenever I put anything oversized on, it just looks like it buries me. But I understand that's the whole point of the loungewear, and it is comfortable. And the other hoodie I have from them is a small. I have one in cream. I suppose I'd sooner have a big hoodie than one that wasn't big enough. This is also extremely long and slightly annoying me. But yeah, I like it. I do like it. I don't know what I thought it'd be like. I don't know.
So, welcome to a very cold Thursday morning, and it was a very early start because I had to hit the road to go and pick up Betsy Box. She's back. It was only a sensor actually in the end, so it was a very quick fix, but it meant that I did have to pick her up really early this morning if I was going to continue with my plans, because me and Ellie are taking Ginny and her horse Brandy out hacking. I am meeting them at our favourite woods to go for a nice long hack this morning. Now, Ellie is skiving off work. She does work for her dad, so thanks, Steve, for letting us play ponies. But we did have to go early so that she could actually get back and get some work done. Anyway. Ta-da!
I should have brought mine.
I know. Wait. Just wait.
You know what I love them? I love that they're the same height, like here and... Oh, you brought Ginny?
Yeah.
I thought you brought... Oh, I didn't know you knew pony! And he's like, oh my god, look at that one. Yeah, I bought the new one.
So I have dusted off my GoPro. I've been trying to use it a bit more in vlogs recently, and I just want you guys to know, do you like GoPro footage? Do you not? Does it add a little bit of a different dimension? Let me know, because my GoPro spends far too long sat in a drawer doing absolutely nothing. So I managed to catch a few highlights from today's hack. I love a woodlands hack. So near us we go, and we were there for just over an hour. We did about 4 miles, just over. It's really nice. It's really slow paced. We don't do a huge amount of canter. It was mainly walk and trot. We did a lot of hill work, which is just so good for the horses, and it's just so good for my head, the horse head. We just had a lovely, lovely time.
Oh god, we've trotted, so now it's being a menace to society. Oh.
So welcome to a very tired Georgia on a very early Friday morning. So usually when I have a lesson on a Friday, it's normally at 9:30, which doesn't sound early, but I like the horses to be turned out before the lesson so that they get a good leg stretch. And because Jen has had a couple of days out in the box this week, so I set off from my house super early this morning and got to the farm, got changed and headed around to the stables ready to do the horses for the morning. So once all the horses are fed, given their hay nets and their breakfast, and they've got their turnout rugs on and have been turned out into the paddocks, it's time to get on with mucking out, possibly my least favourite job. But I did all the stables this morning, filled some hay nets, and then it was time to bring Ginny in ready for her lesson. So today I'm having a lesson with my usual instructor, Tracy Rivet, who's absolutely fantastic. She's a BHSI. Cannot recommend her enough as an instructor. She's done a world of good for me and Jen. And today we're having another flat work lesson.
Look and feel like every single step you take is totally balanced. You're like a gymnast. That's how she's got to feel.
So the main thing we're working on currently with Jen is her suppleness. So she's a little bit weak on her bend. She finds it quite difficult. And we're trying to work on really improving her outline by building her core strength. She's not currently strong enough to hold herself in an outline all the time, which is why she hollows and why she finds it hard work. But to get this sort of long and low work so early on in a session was just unheard of a couple of weeks ago. Just by having this one training session a week, I've seen such an incredible improvement in Jen. Like, this canter was her very best canter at the end of the session just 2 weeks ago. Now we're achieving this canter as our warm-up, and yeah, she's just strengthening so much throughout these sessions, and my riding it's just come on leaps and bounds. Honestly, the difference in us in a matter of weeks is phenomenal. So just imagine what we will achieve this eventing season. And the reason we actually did the lesson today was because I'm trying to tire Gin out a little bit, because tomorrow is actually our first ever competition. We're going arena eventing. That will be in a separate video, but yeah, I was like, let's maybe tire her out a little bit before her first party.
Than that, she's just not quite soft enough. Watch your left hand, it mustn't go in the saddle. Right, like you did last week, pop in 2 or 3 transitions and about 3 or 4 steps of walking back to front. You can see what she's like responding to your feet and leg and hand.
So I know some people love to know what I've done in training sessions, some people just like to see a couple of clips, but today we focused on a lot of long and low work, and then doing some turnabout the forehand and turnabout the haunches, basically so that I then have control of every single one of Gin's legs individually and can use that, especially in my canter work, because it's something we'll be working on over the next few weeks. We've actually tried these exercises previously with Gin and she reacted really negatively with them because she found them hard work, but now she's muscling up a lot and we're really seeing a difference in her. So it was a fantastic session, and do let me know if you enjoy seeing my little training sessions in the weekly vlogs. At the moment I'm just kind of doing highlights, but if you do want to see the full sessions, let me know and I could do those as separate videos. I really want to tailor my weekly vlogs and my content to exactly what you guys want to see. And speaking of what you want to see, that brings us to the end of this week's weekly vlog. So thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, because the next video is mine and Gin's first competition as we go arena eventing. And trust me, you don't want to miss it. That's all I'm saying.